2025 in a nutshell. It's the most beautiful time of the year. Lights fill the streets, spreading so much cheer. I should be playing in the winter snow, but I'ma be under the mistletoe. I don't wanna miss out on the holiday, but I can't stop staring at your face. I should be playing in the winter snow, but I'ma be under the mistletoe. With you, shawty with you, shawty with you, under the mistletoe.
Can take your time, take your time. Normally wouldn't Normally wouldn't really like overwhelm it, but I guess if that's your concern, then you don't get the strongest fragrance.
No, strawberry.
Yeah. Maybe go for something like
Smell. The smell.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of more gentle fragrance, so it's not so in your face like.
Like the smell?
Yeah. Right? Okay. And then this one together with hey, this one I'll bundle it for you. Same price. Okay, so it's cheaper for you. And then the last one is the bouquet. Ah, I see. You can write your note, your own message at the back also for gifting. Yeah? Can. Take your time, take your time. The gift bag? I'll just give it to you first. Anyway, we've been talking for so long already. I'm very appreciative of your support as well.
Not bad for today. Not a Christmas gift to yourself.
Not yet lah. Oh, I see. Maybe you will customize all the scent and so 3 in total, I just to confirm.
Oh, is that okay?
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you for coming down. It's fine, no worries. Yeah, I got the notification already. No worries. Thank you.
Show me, baby, that you love me so.
In the car, in the bathroom, in the closet, in the room. Yeah, or you want to display on the table also can. So it's really like the sort of sizes lah. Yeah, if you want to put in your bag also have. It's a big one. What do you think your friend would like? My recommendation is normally for gifts. People like to use the purple or the yellow one. Popular as well. Yeah, those are more gentle fragrances. Yes, that's correct. Okay, so this is the after discounted price. You paying by PayNow? Yeah. PayNow QR code is over at the corner there. Alright, here you go. Yeah, if you need any top-ups in future, my website is linked to my Instagram. Thank you, Merry Christmas. Hello ladies, yeah, you can check out the designs as well. This one is pre-order designs. This one already stock here available.
So today is the 23rd of December. I thought that I would sit down and just do a little bit of catching up on my vlogs about how the year has been. 2025 in a nutshell feels super duper long. For some reason, a lot has happened this year, both good and bad. Many moments that made me feel quite a lot of anxiety. But all in all, I have been wrapping things up well, and I think that I can go to my trip to Korea this coming Saturday in peace and just take some time to just slow down, which is something I feel that I really need in my life. Some of the things that happened in 2025 BITG wise for my small business, I have so many like firsts this year. I explored new designs, of course, new fragrances for mostly the seasonal part of the year. And the thing that really stood out was the first time I did actually a live brand activation. I did it for Ted Baker for Valentine's Day this year. It was a really big and surreal experience because Ted Baker has always been a brand that I like. I've been a fan of since I was since I was a teenager, I think. So it was a really big pinch me moment right and then. And also as the year progressed on, I was invited to conduct a talk at one of the polytechnics in Singapore to talk about entrepreneurship, my journey with Bask In The Glow, and also to give advice to aspiring entrepreneurs as well. That was really mind-blowing for me because I wouldn't, I doubted my position if I was even in a position to give other people advice. But after having a talk with one of my friends, she just gave me this idea of, why don't you think of the whole situation as you just telling your younger self the lessons that you have went through and what you have learned throughout the year and throughout the entire journey as a whole. So I did just that, and I received pretty good compliments about it from the lecturers there after the talk, which that I was so nervous, to be honest, because it was my first time, so I didn't know what to expect. But all in all, I think it was a good experience, both for myself, and the lecturers were also thinking of conducting and also reaching out to me for next year. I also did my brand rebranding this year, which was a really huge thing for me. I rebranded my website. I also did my packaging and also paper bags, new packaging for newer diffuser designs because of the different sizes. And one of the big downs that I had this year, I never really shared online. During the mid part of the year, I felt that was the part of the year that felt longer than usual. I think because I was just stuck in a rut most of the time. After, revamping and having I felt that it was a new identity that I was putting on for my business overall. And in the midst of creating that identity and creating that new look, I felt that I did not know what this identity was going to hold for me. I felt lost in the midst of this process, and I was just in a limbo for, I have no idea how long it was, but I was just in a limbo wondering whether it was a mistake to do this rebranding, because I don't know, and I feel like I was lost. I guess part of me was also relying on external validation from others. And in the beginning, right after the rebranding, there was quite a bit of silence, even though it happened with a launch, and the launch was a failure. I wouldn't say it's a failure. It was a launch of my alphabet diffuser designs, and those designs only came to become very popular during the Christmas season that has just passed. So I wouldn't consider that actually a failure. It's just a matter of the right time. But I'm still glad that I went forward and I did it, even though it was a huge step. But I would say I would not be able to take this step without the support that I had last year, because last year the year was really good for my business. So what I did was I took these fundings that I've got, this extra pocket of money, and I decided to invest in this rebranding. So in the beginning, when the rebranding wasn't really taking off, I would say not really taking off, it was really demoralizing for me, and I had so many moments that I thought back and thought, oh, this is like a failure, I should not have done this, I wasted everything. And sometimes you just need to hold in faith for the right time, because towards the end of the year I did see and I did hear so many nice compliments, and sometimes it just takes us to wait for the right people and the right time for me to meet people who appreciate my craft in that sense. So that happened within the year. I mean, some people don't really encounter that quickly sometimes it takes years. And I guess for myself, I feel that I'm really blessed in that sense, because I did meet so many people this year that I get to talk more deeply into what my craft represents, and hearing the stories from others as well. Because some people have reached out to tell me that, when they see the piece that I crafted in their space, they just feel like it is a motivation because of the hard work that they've seen that I've put into my business and into my craft. That was really big. When I heard that, I was really touched, of course. It is an incredible feeling having someone to understand the thought and the effort and all that put into this piece, for someone to understand it not only on the surface level. That is an amazing experience. So not only for my packaging, but I also rebranded my pop-up design, display design, which it really has been a really good stepping stone. I do have a video on the entire setup and the thoughts behind the setup on my channel. If you have not watched that video, I would suggest that you can go back and have a look. It's a long video that I went through with the thoughts and bringing everything together from concept to reality. And also talking about not only the business side, I myself have grown as a person this year, I believe. Definitely there were moments that I felt I could not be strong. To be honest, this year, when I had I would call it an identity crisis, but I was tying my identity to the success of my launch and my business, which of course that wasn't the best. This business is my bread and butter, so it is understandable that I cannot completely just cut myself off from my personal life and my business as a whole. It's impossible to just draw a line and 100% switch over. No matter what, no matter how the business is doing will affect me in certain ways. But one of the things that I can do is to just articulate myself and to understand and to train myself to be better to manage my emotions in these situations, which I believe this year was a huge test for me. I went through that, and to really understand, because sometimes when you hear those words, there are so many affirmations that we have in our life. I have them, pinned on my notice board, but it takes certain experiences for you to truly understand the meaning of the words. It would be the same words, but through different types of experiences, the words mean differently in different contexts. It struck me to understand a deeper level of some of the affirmations that I put around myself. And yeah, overall, I would say I grown to be a better and stronger person at the end of this year, which I'm really happy about. Not only mentally, but recently, towards the end of the year, after I sort of got out of that whole identity crisis rut, I also placed myself in a position to train myself physically, because I just feel that I am not physically fit anymore. I used to work a 9 to 5 job. My work wasn't even 9 to 5. I would say it was like a 7:30 to 6 kind of job. And I would still work out before work and after work back then. And right now, I'm trying something really new. And this year I tried Pilates. And I finally got to understand why people really like it, because I really like it. So I intend to continue in 2026. And also I have an accountability buddy whom I occasionally run with. So I've been doing short runs, trying to build out a little bit of stamina, because I will be hiking during my trip in Korea this coming weekend. So actually, come to think of it, the hike is actually planned 1 week from this day. So I'm still trying to do some last minute. I was busy during the Christmas season, so I couldn't keep up with all the schedule. I wanted to run 2 to 3 times a week, but that completely went haywire for the month of December. But I plan to just continue and try my best to do something in this last week before I fly off. And so far it's really amazing, because I've never been a runner in my life. I'm the person who would walk and purposely fail my 2.4 km run during my NAFA test. So this was a really big step. But now the longest that I ran was 3.2 km. Yeah, but of course the pacing wasn't good. Still ways to improve, but I hope that in 2026, me and my accountability buddy has already promised that we will go for a 10 km run before the mid of next year. So that is the goal. And having such goals, that was never me. I never was this person with such goals in my life, physically or anything. So I mean anything aside from work itself. So this was pretty interesting. I'm excited to vlog more about it, I guess, during my runs. But so far during my runs, I am dying and breathing like an elephant. So there is no vlog on that. But running has given me so much new perspective on life. I think of the most random things ever when I run. Like, in life, don't look at your feet. You have to look forward. That's one of the things I say. And sometimes I blame myself and think that why did I decide to run at 4 to 5 p.m. when the sun is the highest, and whether I have enough sunscreen on myself. Yeah. These are the things that I think about during my run. All in all, this vlog is meant to wrap up for 2025. So I guess I'm going to talk a little bit about 2026. I do have the general idea of what I want to do in 2026. I'm just hoping that everything would work out, and if it does, it will be a completely new change for BITG in terms of the direction of my products. I feel that I have a lot of designs right now, and I love the designs that I have, but it's just I need something a little bit newer rather than releasing new fragrances or new diffuser designs. So I will be venturing into newer, a different type of product next year, but I'm not gonna spill anything because you know the saying, you shouldn't say too much in case it doesn't become a reality. In the end, it will be But all in all, definitely I have already started filming the behind the scenes. If it ever becomes a success, then those behind the scenes footage would end up on the vlog. One of the things that I really want to do in 2026 is to have more consistency, especially in my content creation. I have always been on a rigid schedule ever since I started BITG, but this year was the very first time I allowed myself to loosen up a little bit. And I do not want to put content out that is not sincere, and I don't want anything half-hearted to be, on my page, and then I look back and wonder what was I thinking? Was I just putting content out for the sake of it? I don't want. I just don't want to do that. 2026 is the year that I want to slow down a little bit. And also to be a little bit more consistent in my vlogs. I have actually thought that no one watches my vlogs until towards the end of this year. I've met people who has been encouraging me and also asking me when will my next vlog be, and also to tell me to post more regularly. I guess, all along I sometimes think that what I'm doing is so routine to me and it won't be interesting in a vlog, but there's so many things that I guess that is the sign for me to get out and do something a little bit more interesting and out of the box for myself rather than being too rigid in routine, right? Because life is too short. We have to explore a little bit more of the world around us. Alright, I think I rambled long enough. So this is me signing off of 2025 before I fly off to Korea this weekend, and I will be spending the New Year's over there as well. This is the same time that I went Korea last year. Though I heard this year the winter is more harsh and cruel, but I will be vlogging along the way. And I'm so excited to show you guys how the trip goes. And I guess I'll see you in 2026. This is me signing off in 2025. Thank you for watching.